Hello my friends, this is a very special day. Today marks the 4-year anniversary of my very first talk. Now, I'm gonna keep this short because I could ramble on forever about this. Just the entire day of that first talk, I'll never forget it. But I was thinking about it and I was just taking some time to reflect on how much I've changed since then. How much everything has changed since then. I remember back then, I didn't even know that I could actually get paid to speak. I thought I'd just be speaking, just because. I never actually thought it'd turn into something that would support me and help me make these videos, continue speaking, provide the information that I currently provide. I never thought I could do that. I never thought that this would be the thing that actually helps me do what I do for all of you. The only thing that I wanted during that time was to help others. And I'll never forget walking up in front of around like 200-300 of my peers. I was 17 years old at the time, walking up in front of a couple hundred of my peers, looking out at them and giving my first talk ever. And looking back on them, I remember watching that talk. Oh my gosh, it's so cringy. Like, for me at least. I've heard people tell me that it's one of the best talks they've ever heard, and I'm just like, really? That was not good. But I'm very self-critical. But this illustrates more than anything, I think, how the goal is always to continuously get better, not be perfect. If you've seen me talk recently, I will say for myself, being completely self-aware and honest, it was probably pretty good. When I look back on my current talks, I'm pretty happy with them. Of course, I always see things that I could have done better. I always see mistakes that I made. But for the most part, I'm very happy with the talks the way they are. And maybe if it didn't resonate with you, maybe it just wasn't right for you. I don't know. I don't expect everybody to love me and my talks and what I do. I don't need that. But looking back, at the few recent talks, looking back at the people who've come up to me afterwards and saying how they were inspired, it's just so trippy to me to see how far we've all come, like as a community, and how my first website ever was a piece of junk. But it was the start. It was bad. My first video, the quality, it was potato quality. It really was. I don't think it's even HD. I don't know. It might be HD. I don't think it is. I recorded all the music myself for my very first video on our terrible piano, totally out of tune. We didn't use any kind of professional recording equipment. We just used, I think, the camera to record the audio of the piano. And it's important to realize at this point, the reason I bring all this up, first, it's so nostalgic for me to think about it, but also that you might be trying to do something right now, maybe it's not going very well. You might be trying to heal or trying to create a mission or trying to do something, trying to get a job, trying to go through school, apply to a college, whatever you're trying to do right now in this moment, and it might feel like it's not going anywhere, that it's not very good. You might look at what you're doing and say, you know what, this sucks. Like, this is bad. Like, whatever I'm doing right now, it's pretty bad. And I think the biggest misunderstanding we have in today's world is that we have to have a gift for something and do it perfect the first time. And if we don't do it perfect the first time, we don't have that gift and we might as well abandon it. And that's just the biggest mistake that I see in people today. Yes, people have gifts and kind of the tendencies towards certain things, but they're really bad at it at first too. Everyone's really bad at whatever they started to do. I was really bad at speaking. I was really bad at making videos. I was really bad at writing. I was really bad at everything, at web design. But then over the course of 4 years, I've improved so much. Give yourself that time. Okay? Give yourself that time to mature, to grow, to learn. Experience can't be taught. And that's why school, while good for learning, is not a substitute for experience. if you truly want to master a craft, if you truly want to do something, if you truly want to heal, you have to try and try and try. You have to be willing to fail. You have to be willing to fail a lot. I make mistakes every day. I've made 10 mistakes already today. I made, 100 yesterday. This week has been a chaotic week of a lot of mistakes. And it hasn't held me down though. It hasn't held me back. It hasn't had me discouraged, because I know that with every single mistake I make, that's something that I'm going to try to never do again. It's a learning lesson for me. It's an opportunity for me to grow. I'm just gonna end with this because this is already going on way too long. But I'm gonna end with this, is that every mistake is an opportunity to grow. You can't grow without making mistakes. You can't get better without messing up. You can't truly heal unless you just fall and fall and fall again. And you know what? That's okay. It doesn't mean that your situation is hopeless. It doesn't mean that you're worthless just because you make mistakes. It means you're human, and it means you are progressing. The fact that you're making mistakes means that you are getting closer to your goal. Never stop making mistakes. Never stop trying stuff. And never stop looking back, seeing how bad you were before and how good you are now. Whatever it is you're doing, whatever it is you're involved in, you can do this. I believe in you. Be unashamed and stay unashamed.